very good to see you. And as you can see, I've definitely forgotten everything about live streaming. We have a little bit of audio delay, some sounds that are not working properly. So let me just fix everything real quick, and you guys please let me know if you can hear me and see me well. Sorry about the audio delay and some of the tracks being doubled here on the stream, but yeah, it's been a while since I last streamed, so I might be a little rusty, so excuse me about that. But it is good to be back, and I really wanted to make this live stream so I can see you guys, talk to you, and let you know about a couple of the things that you need to be aware about the future of the channel, some upcoming content, some new ideas that I have, and something that I want to share, something that I need from you if you want to help me with my new video series. So we'll talk about that in today's live stream. So glad to see that you guys are tuning in and you are saying that everything looks good. We can hear and see you. All right. Glad to see that. So how is everyone doing? Before we start with everything, how are you guys doing? It's been a while, and I missed you. I missed talking to you directly and seeing how many of you are tuning in for this live stream. It's been a while, so it's a pleasure for me to start doing it once again. What camera are you using to live stream? I'm using my Sony a7 III. We might talk a little bit about cameras later in the stream. As we all know, the new Sony a7S III has been announced, and it's one of those cameras that you definitely want to get your hands on. Myself included. But for now, I am using my Sony a7 III, and yeah, that's my go-to camera. I just love it. Greetings from Amsterdam. Thank you, Science. Yeah, however you pronounce your name, thank you. Greetings back to you. How is everyone doing? You guys doing well? I know we are in a very unusual situation still, unfortunately. But things are starting to get better, hopefully for you. Here in Bulgaria, things are going up and down all the time with new regulations and new, more people getting sick from COVID-19, and yeah, it's one of those situations that you can never tell when it's going to end. But hopefully, in your countries, things are going well. Unfortunately, I have missed so many of the plans that I had for this summer, for my trips and vacations and for shooting plans. It's all going downhill, but we'll make up for it. Do you think DJI is taking your personal info? You are not wasting any time, are you? You're jumping straight into those interesting questions right away. No, I don't think so. I would love to I'm always on the positive side. I'm not thinking about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't think they are stealing your information. They're just taking the most vital information so they can allow us to fly safely in many of those areas. I prefer to think so, at least. Hopefully that is correct. Rebel7 says, waiting for my Mavic Air 2 to be delivered tomorrow. Oh, you're going to have a blast. Tomorrow it will be a good day for you. I can tell you that for sure. It's a great drone. It's my go-to drone right now, and it's actually something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I am working on my long-term review for my Mavic Air 2. If you are aware, I am always doing these long-term reviews of the drones that I use on a regular basis, and the Mavic Air 2 has been my go-to drone ever since it came out. I purposely tried to never use any other Mavic drone that I have, and only use the Mavic Air 2 so I can test it out in as many different situations as possible. And I still have a little bit of testing to do, but this long-term review should be pretty good, hopefully. So I really hope you guys will stick around to watch that when it comes out. So make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already. Vic Kuti says, greetings from Trujillo, Peru. Greetings to you, man. Thanks so much for tuning in for this live stream all the way back from Peru. It's great to have you here. So I have a couple of notes right here that I just wrote down for things that I want to mention in this live stream. Like I said, I'm a bit rusty, so please excuse me if I am a bit, slow, and if I make a lot of mistakes when I talk. It's been a while since I made those live streams, so it's not as easy as it looks. Lynn says, "Good afternoon, Mike." Good afternoon to you. It's 6 p.m. right here, so hopefully you guys are having a great day. Thanks, Lynn, for tuning in. Greetings from Toronto. Okay, that's another city on my bucket list that I really want to visit. Greetings to you, man. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Now, like I said, I have a couple of things that I want to talk about in this live stream today. And let me just start with something that I want to share with you guys first, as I'm sure not all of you are following me on Instagram, which, by the way, you should. But I recently took part in a podcast, not a live stream. I took part in a podcast with a friend of mine, and it was a really interesting podcast, in my opinion. It was about 40 or 45 minutes long, and it was about my drone journey, how I started with everything, who is my inspiration, who are those creators who inspire me, how do I make my plans for my future videos and stuff like that. And I'm going to post a link to this podcast, so you guys can check it out yourself if you want to. It's on Spotify, and it's pretty interesting. If you guys are looking for more information about those things that I mentioned, it might be interesting for you to check it out. And personally, I love listening to podcasts when I'm working out, when I'm doing something that you can just relax, take your mind off something and just enjoy the conversation between two people or more. So I just wanted to throw it out there in case you're not following me on Instagram, because this is where I originally shared that link. Now I'm sharing it with you so more people can see that. So I hope you enjoy listening to this podcast. It was really interesting for me. First time ever on a podcast. So it was an interesting experience for me as well. All right. Is there an option to listen to the podcast offline? Yes, you can download the podcast. If you're on Spotify, you can just download. You need to have a connection first, but you need to download it to your phone or to your device, and then you can listen to it afterwards offline. All right, so the next things which I wanted to mention are about my future content on this channel. And if you have noticed, I haven't posted that many videos recently. It's because I'm currently doing a lot of things. I'm working on a couple of projects simultaneously, which always takes a lot of time, and it's always a little bit difficult to combine them, but they will come very soon to the channel as well. Like I said, I'm working on my Mavic Air 2 long-term review, which, let's be honest, the Mavic Air 2 is great. Spoiler alert, if you are watching this live stream and you're wondering about the Mavic Air 2, you should know it's a beast of a drone. It's just great. And it's something that I would highly encourage you to get if you're looking for your first ever drone. It's just a beast, and you're not going to regret getting the Mavic Air 2 because it's just that capable. And there are some things that I don't really enjoy, but for the most part, this drone is just solid, and I love it. So yeah, the Mavic Air 2 video is coming maybe in the next 7 or 10 days. I still need to polish it very, very much because I want to make those videos extremely professionally. So it takes a lot of time for me to make them. But in the meantime, I will be posting a new FPV video. As a matter of fact, I might just post it tomorrow. I'm not too sure about that yet, but I will try to post it as soon as possible. I have 2 brand new FPV drones that I was able to test, and I'll show you very, very soon. They're great, and I'm very excited to work with a lot more companies now that want me to review their products, their FPV products. So more and more companies are sending me FPV drones for me to check out, to review. I have 2 more that I'm waiting for, that I'm extremely excited about, because those are something that is going to take my content to the next level, I would say. So I think you will enjoy this content. If you like FPV content, you will definitely enjoy those videos as well. Now, I see that you are asking some questions, so let me just read them real quick. This is actually not a question, but Venera is saying, greetings from the Dominican Republic. I really like your channel. Thanks for teaching us how to efficiently manage the benefits of our drone. Very well said. Thank you so much, Venera, for these kind words. I really love hearing back from you, and I hope you are enjoying your experience with your drones. Hal is saying, I love my Mavic Air too, and you should. It's a great product, that's for sure. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's morning back where you are. That's great. The day is almost over here. It's 6 p.m. but it's just starting for you. That's great. Can't wait for DJI Fly application update 116 gimbal fine tune only on APK at the moment. Oh, I actually didn't know about this update. So that means we'll finally have the chance to fine tune the gimbal settings for the Mavic Air 2. Honestly, I've been having success with the stock settings for the gimbal on the Mavic Air 2. But I know that many of you guys have been requesting this gimbal settings feature to be added via firmware update. So great to know that it's coming. To be honest, it's a bit hard for me to keep following all of these updates and new firmware updates. So it's great when you tell me about them, because sometimes I miss them. So yeah, I'll be looking for that. So maybe I'll even make a video on that update so more people can know about this new feature being added. But yeah, gimbal fine tuning is one of those updates that we had to have. So it's great to see it happening. All right, East Texas here, Chris. That explains the early timing in the morning. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Texas. Okay, now I think it's time for me to mention something that has been in the title of this video. You probably saw it since you clicked on the video, but it is about my new video series that I want to start, and is something that I want to use my channel for, so I can help you get better with your drone videos. So it is something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and it is a project that I want to do with your help. So for that, I will need you to send me your videos, or the ones that you want me to check out. Probably the ones that you think are your best videos. You can send them to me on my email, or you can send them to me here on YouTube, just the unlisted video link as a link only, and I can check it out. But my plan is to gather enough videos that you guys have sent me, and to make a full long video of me reacting to those shots and sharing my impressions of your videos, and giving you some pointers on things that I think you can improve on, maybe give you some compliments about the things you have done extremely well, and just give you some general feedback on the way you're shooting, the way you are color grading, the way you're adding effects and music and stuff like that. So eventually, when people are watching this final video that I plan to make, they will be able to learn not just from my footage, but also from other people's footages, and just be able to understand how things are looking when they're looking fine, and how things are looking when they're not very well made. So in case you need some pointers, you want some feedback, I will be able to give it to you. But yeah, of course, for that, I will need your help. So for that, I am going to make this email that you are able to see now in the upper left corner. I'm going to make it live, and you will be able to send me your videos to this email. And like I said, it could be an unlisted video on YouTube, so you can just send me the link to that video, or it could be the full-sized video that you just shared with me by email. with Dropbox or WeTransfer or whatever other service you want, or you can just send me the raw file and I'll still find a way to make it work for this full video that I plan to make. So I think it's a great idea. I had some people tell me that they want me to react to their footage. They want me to help them with some of their shots to make them better. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to do it separately with each and every person who sends me an email or a DM on Instagram. So for that, I prefer to make one big video with different types of shots from different people, different drones. And then I will be able to react to it, give you some pointers, some feedback, and just hopefully help you make better videos. So that's the end goal. So if you want to participate, this is the email that you can use. Once again, it's in the upper left corner of the shot here. You can check it out. So feel free to send me whatever you want. I only have a couple of requirements. If you are using video that has music inside, it needs to be copyright free, otherwise we cannot make this work. So it needs to have royalty free music that is in the video. And for those of you who don't have royalty free music available, you can search YouTube, or you can search many other platforms that offer royalty free music, or if you want to, you can find a link. I will just paste the link here in the chat to Epidemic Sound for a 30-day free trial. If you want to, you can simply sign up for Epidemic Sound for 30 days for free. It's just a great way to start exploring royalty-free music and just participate in this little challenge. Or it's not really a challenge, it's actually just a video that I want to help you with. So if you don't have royalty-free music, just sign up for Epidemic Sound. It's completely free. You have free access to royalty-free music for 30 days, enough time for you to send me a video. You don't have to pay anything, so it's fine for you if you just sign up there. So the link is in the chat. You can find it right there. And now I see that Timothy Thompson, my man Timothy, has sent me a message, a super chat. Hi Mike, love your channel, always informative. Thank you so much, Timothy. And this is for you. This air horn is exactly and only for you. So thank you so much, man, for the donation. It means a lot. And I hope you participate in this challenge. Why do I keep saying it's a challenge? It's not a challenge, but hope you participate in this new video series that I want to make on this channel. It's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, as I'm just looking for more ways to be useful, for more ways to give you guys some feedback. As I'm growing, I start getting a lot of messages here on YouTube as comments. I also get a lot of DMs, and it's hard for me to answer all of them. So I'm looking for ways to get back to you and give you more pointers, more feedback, more information about the things that you can improve on. So hopefully that will help you. Let me know if you guys want to participate. I would love to have your videos here on the channel and just see what we can come up with. This idea is not going to happen straight away. I am also going to plug it in a couple of videos before we even make it happen, so more people can know about it and more people can participate. And after we get enough good videos that I can use for a full video, I'll make my feedback video that I will post here on my channel. So it's not something that I will post next week, for example. It will take a little bit of time until we get enough videos to react to. So yeah, just think about it. Maybe start editing your video that you want me to react to, and yeah, you know what to do already. Just use this email and DM me on Instagram if you need more information about that, but I don't really think you need more information than that. All you need to do is submit your video and that's it. All right, so I think that we are pretty much okay with all the things I wanted to. Oh, no. There was something that I wanted to mention as well about the requirements for the video. So it needs to have the royalty-free music, and it needs to have obviously drone footage. But there are things that you need to know other than that. So the video needs to be only up to 2 minutes, no longer than 2 minutes. We don't want to have it extremely long, so we can, you know, have as many videos as possible. And also, it's not drone footage only. You can, of course, incorporate all sorts of different video cameras in your final video that you sent me. You can be a mix between your regular camera, maybe your action camera, your FPV drone, for example, your regular drone, whatever you feel like it works. You can just make a full video with whatever feels right for you. So it could be more than just drone footage. I think it's important to mention that as well. But it needs to be no longer than 2 minutes, because I want to have as many videos as possible, and of course they need to be short and sweet. And of course, like I said, must use royalty-free music for sure. Nothing that uses commercial music will be added to my final video. Unfortunately, I cannot put anything on my channel that is not with royalty-free music. So, SoCal Drone is asking, is putting a skin on a drone a bad idea because of excessive heat? I wouldn't say so, to be honest. I don't think the skin is going to make your drone that much hotter in terms of temperature. I think it's a good idea if you want to protect it. Sometimes people put these skins to protect their drones from scratches. Generally, there are pros and cons about using a skin, but the heat, I don't think it's one of those cons. So I think you can put a skin on your drone as long as it's not putting it on top of any sensors or anything else that might be bad to cover with that skin. But nowadays these skins are made for these specific drones, so they have those cutouts in the skin itself. So I don't think it's a bad idea to put a skin on your drone. You can go for it. All right, Timothy's giving some feedback. I skinned my Mavic Mini with Mighty Skins from Amazon. It makes it much easier to see in the sky. No heat buildup on mine. Yeah, exactly. I think these skin makers are doing their job very well, and there are a lot of different skins, especially on Amazon. But one thing that Timothy is very right about is that you are able to spot it a lot easier in the sky. And this is something that I definitely miss from the days when we had the original Mavic Air with those different colors, or even the Spark. I had a bright blue DJI Spark, and it was so cool to see it flying in the sky. Nowadays, we only have black or white drones, so it's a bit boring, but definitely those bright colors are a lot easier to spot in the sky, and that's something that I'm really passionate about when it comes to my FPV drones, because they are so easy to personalize. So if you want to make it yours, you can do that with an FPV drone. It's very, very easy. Yeah, I think it's not a problem to put a skin on your drone, that's for sure. Jerry is saying, I have a skin on my Mavic Air 2, no problems. Mine is bright green now. Bright green is cool. It's a cool color. Or Evo Orange, like Hot Rod in Daytona says. Yeah, Evo Orange, it's a cool color. I call it Lamborghini Orange. For me, that's the color that comes to my mind when I see that orange. But yeah, Evo Orange is also looking great. But yeah, guys, those are pretty much the things that I wanted to share about my upcoming video series that I need your help with. I hope you can participate in that if you need some pointers, some feedback, or if you only want to showcase your footage to more people, you can do that. I think it's a cool idea. I also wanted to mention the new content with the new FPV drones that I'm going to get, the new videos that I will be putting out for some small but cool to fly FPV drones that will be coming in the upcoming days, and of course about my Mavic Air 2 long-term review that I'm working on. Alex is asking me, why haven't you done a dedicated comparison on the video quality between Mavic Air and Mavic Air 2? I would have loved to make that video for you guys, but I don't have the Mavic Air anymore. I sold it a long time ago, so I don't have it near me. I don't have access to a Mavic Air, and I don't want to purchase somebody's Mavic Air just so I can make this comparison. I know people love to see those comparisons, but for me, it's not so much about comparisons. I don't really enjoy making those nitty-gritty videos that you are pixel peeping and you're comparing every little detail about different drones. I know there are other channels that really enjoy making these videos, so I purposely don't do them. It's because I don't really enjoy them, and of course the fact that I don't have it on me is another reason why. Okay, we have another comment. I will make a plan and submit for sure. Great way to have a goal to film and edit some drone footage. Yeah, I think when you have some type of deadline or some type of project that you're actively working on, it makes it all worth it, and it makes it a lot more fun when you have a real goal that you're working towards. And I found myself also do the same when I am participating in something and there is a way to work until a set deadline. I am becoming a lot more motivated, a lot more focused, and I think more people will have to, I hope more people feel the same way and participate in this little video idea as well. Jerry is saying, I think that now it's my time to make a video. Come on, let me see you do a video. Let me do that. Let me see that. I want you to do that, and it's not something that you need to be scared from, because even though I will react to it and put it out there for everyone to see, we all start from somewhere. So even though if some of you guys are very new to flying drones, you should still submit your videos, because that's the best way to grow. That's the best way to learn. When you are getting people who give you pointers and give you some feedback that you might listen to, you might not listen to, you're not obliged to take what I say into consideration, but in case you are looking for some feedback from other people, that's a great way to to learn, to grow. And personally, I've always found that 5 people will see the same video, and all of these 5 people will have 5 different opinions on that video. So it's always a great idea to have different points of view, different feedback, and just hear from as many different people as possible. Don't forget that you'll also have people in the comments saying things about the videos, so it's great if more people can see your stuff and give you some information, some feedback. And that's the whole idea about this video series. I'm still thinking about name for this video series. Maybe you can help me with that, but yeah, I don't want to just name it reacting to your drone videos or something like that, because it's it's a bit boring. I want to make it something a bit more interesting, but yeah, maybe I'll come up with something. Maybe in the future we can do community collaborations from around the world. Yeah, I've done that already on this channel. I love collaborating with different people and just showcase their work on my channel, because I'm just one person, but I have my own impressions and my own ideas about creativity. But I'm amazed every single time there's a little contest or something where people submit their own footage or photos. I'm amazed to see different points of view and different ideas, different perspectives. So it's always a great idea to collaborate with as many different people as possible, see how they work, how they create their stuff, and just learn from them as well. You can learn from anyone, even if it's a complete beginner. You can still get something from that guy. And that's something that I started doing recently more and more. Of course, due to COVID-19, it's a bit harder for me to achieve that, but I'm looking to collaborate with more people, also here on this channel, but also in my real life when I'm flying outside and I have the chance to fly with other people. I love to do that. I love to meet new people that I have only met on Instagram, for example. I have so many new friends that I've met on Instagram, so that's a great way to meet new people that are also passionate about the same things as you are. And it's a great great way to talk to some people, learn from them, see how they take photos, how they create their videos, or just observe. I recently uploaded this FPV race video. Maybe you have seen it, maybe you haven't, but if you haven't, you should, because it's great. It was a lot of fun for me. And even though I'm not an FPV racer, it was a great experience for me to just sit around those people and see how they fly their extremely fast FPV quadcopters. And now I just want to get into that as well. It's a great general experience for me to just be around people who are good at what they do. And I think more of us should strive for this, to learn from others. And yeah, that's the general idea that I have. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the things that I wanted to mention, and the things that I wanted to let you know about. They are not extremely interesting things. Unfortunately, not too much is going on in my life right now. But it is something that I wanted to mention, and I see many of you are appreciative about these little updates that I do. And maybe just those live streams are also helpful for you to get some answers to your questions, but yeah, that's the general idea. Shah Editing Studio is saying, I have a Mavic Mini drone and it's not the CE model, but its ranges is 5 to 600 meters. After that, it lost connection in urban areas. Is it a problem or normal in city area? I would say it's pretty normal, even though it's not the CE model. For the FCC model, that could be a bit weird, but are you sure your model is not the CE? Because I have experienced exactly the same distance and the same range with my own Mavic Mini. So I would say it's pretty normal. One thing that I can tell you that you can improve the range with is to put your phone into airplane mode and disable your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth as well. So if you do that, your range will be a bit better, because there won't be that much interference between the drone and the remote. However, you need to download the local maps first. So make sure maybe you get to your place where you plan to fly, you take off and just hover for a couple of minutes so your drone has enough data about the maps and the surrounding area around you, and then maybe take it down a little bit so it's in a safe altitude, and just disable your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi and put your phone into airplane mode, and then you will be good to go and good to fly with the Mavic Mini with hopefully a bit of a better range. That helps a little bit. It's not a significant improvement, but it's still something that helps when it comes to the Mavic Mini's range. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes for the Mavic Mini. I think you shouldn't expect too much when it comes to range from the Mavic Mini. Unfortunately, it's just not one of these drones that you can take anywhere with you. When you fly outside the city, this is where the drone really shines, in my opinion. But one thing that I need to mention about the Mavic Mini is I don't have one anymore, and it's not because I crashed it or something else. I sold it. It was yesterday, so it's a brand new information. I don't have it anymore. I love the drone, but I don't plan to use it that much from now on, since I have the Mavic Air 2, and I don't like having these these drones staying only here on my desk, on the shelf, and I don't like that. I prefer to have them to have someone fly them at all times. They need to be used. I don't want them to sit around just waiting for another update video or for another review or something like that. I think I made enough videos on the Mavic Mini, and I think it served its purpose, so I don't have it anymore. In case I need to use it for something, I will still have access to it I think. So maybe if I need to cover something about the Mavic Mini, I will still be able to do that. But for the most part, I think the Mavic Mini has been presented enough on this channel. I've showed you so many videos with the Mavic Mini, with different accessories, with different flying and with different cinematic shots and stuff. Also with the free LUT which I uploaded. I think I did a lot of content with that drone, and right now I don't feel like I want to just keep it for the future. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. I tried to limit the tech which is here at the studio, just sitting around without any purpose, because I don't want to gather so much stuff that I don't use. I have so many things that I don't need, and I think for those products, I'm just going to either give them away or sell them, or just not keep them at all times here in the studio. SoCal Drone is asking about the Mavic Air 2. Does adding landing gear to the Mavic Air 2 add too much weight? I don't think so. I haven't used landing gear on the Mavic Air 2. I've only used it on the original Mavic Air, to be honest. It was from Polar Pro, and it was those extensions that you put on the bottom of the arms of the drone. And to be honest, I don't really find them that necessary. They are great if you're landing in grass, on tall grass, for example. But yeah, I don't think you really need those. I don't think they make enough difference in terms of weight. But it just comes down to what you need the drone for, where you plan to land. But honestly, I think you should just learn to land in your hand, or just like hold it like this. When it lands, you just take it like this and just land in your hand. That's safe, and it saves you some weight from those landing accessories, and it also doesn't make your drone ugly, because I think these landing accessories are a bit ugly for our drones. But it's up to you, of course. Trev is saying, hi from UK, is there any way to use FPV goggles with the Mavic Air 2? Unfortunately, there isn't, Trev. And I've been getting this question so much ever since I posted my Mavic Air 2 plus FPV video. It was a video that many people mistakenly thought that it was taken only on the Mavic Air 2, but it wasn't. It was taken with the Mavic Air 2 and with an FPV drone. Unfortunately, for now, there is no way to use the goggles on the Mavic Air 2. There is a FPV mode on the Mavic Air 2, but it's nothing like flying a real FPV drone. And I don't think we'll see that in the very near future, to be honest. I don't think DJI will mix those different systems into one. But yeah, that hopefully that gives you precise answer. Oh, a Bulgarian viewer we have here in the chat, Anton, is asking, hi, greetings from Bulgaria. Recently I'm into FPV hobby and I want to build my first FPV. So what will you recommend, digital or analog build for first drone? As a matter of fact, I have made exactly the type of video that will be helpful for you if you want to start with FPV now in 2020. And I think it's a matter of not only your personal preference, but also your budget. If you ask me, I would suggest you to go for digital, because that's what I use, and I think it's best for beginners, or not only for beginners, for everyone, because of the quality you will be getting. But it all comes down to how much money you're willing to spend. And browse my channel and find that video starting FPV in 2020, because you will see a lot of helpful information about starting with different drones, different systems between analog and digital. You will see some examples, and hopefully this will give you more direct information about the things you need to know. But honestly, if you ask me personally, I would go for digital. It's just that much better, that much clearer than analog. And for a beginner, I think it's a great way to get into the hobby. It's a bit expensive, but it's a great way to get into FPV. You need that color t-shirt back in your store, right? I think I do. I think it's a great color. Thanks for that, Timothy. I don't think that many people are interested in the clothing aspect of my store. Most of the purchases come from people buying filters, those presets that I have for Lightroom or the LUTs that I'm making for videos with different DJI drones. But yeah, I'm always thinking about adding different products. If there is enough people who want to get a certain product, of course I will be adding that. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in something like that, and I will definitely make it happen. Oh, Preston is here. This is the guy that made the podcast. So this is Preston Jensen. This is the guy that I told you about in the beginning of this live stream about the podcast that we did together. And let me just, if you're just tuning in and you don't know what I'm talking about, I was on Preston's podcast and we talked about drones and a lot more, actually. I shouldn't tell you everything that we talked about. Just go ahead and listen to this Spotify podcast. I'm throwing the link in the chat. And Preston, if you're still here, I want to thank you for the lovely experience, my first ever podcast. It was a great experience, and I enjoyed it a lot. So thank you. SoCal is asking, have you heard anything of the new 116 version of the Fly application coming soon for iOS? No, I just heard about this new update from you guys, from one of you here in the chat. So I didn't even know about this new update. So no, I don't know, but it's weird because normally the first update is always for iOS devices, and then it comes at a later stage it comes to Android. So I'm not really sure if it's out already for Android. Yeah, someone said it's on APK only, so not official yet. But I don't know. I think you will now that there is an APK for it. I'm sure it will come to iOS very, very soon, as it's always the first platform to get it. All right. Oh, Alex is asking, what's up? How is it in Bulgaria? It's great. If you're staying safe and you're not going around like a madman, mixing with all of the crazy guys who are going to bars and clubs and stuff, if you're staying safe and you are staying a little bit far away from other people, it's great. I am trying to distance myself socially from other people as much as I can, of course. I already did a PCR test, by the way, because we had some negative experience with a friend of mine who was positive for COVID-19, and we just wanted to make sure that we don't have it. And I took a PCR test, and me and my wife, we both did, and we were both negative. It wasn't the best pleasant experience, but it was good to see that we are negative, and it was also interesting to see how PCR tests work. But yeah, I'm getting really, really sick of not being able to travel, because I had so many plans for traveling outside the country and filming a couple of interesting things. But yeah, that will have to wait a little bit until maybe next year, who knows. But yeah, maybe it's for the best. Okay, Preston is saying, thank you for being on my show. I had a great time. Looking forward to watching or to listening to podcasts with other guests, as a couple of very interesting people have been on this podcast already. And if not for me, you should go ahead and listen to this podcast for Original Dobo, who was on there, for Russ from 51 Drones, for other people, creative people who have been on this podcast. And I think Preston is doing a great job as a host. He's not, he's asking good questions, and he's a great host. There are people who are just trying to be good hosts but cannot do that. He's not one of them. He's great. So hopefully you will have more interesting people on your show, and I'll be following that podcast, that for sure. All right, guys. We've been online for 45 minutes already. Time is really passing by very quickly when you're streaming. That's one thing that I noticed, and it's always the case. When you're streaming, time goes by very, very quickly. But if you don't have any questions or anything interesting to mention in the chat, I think we'll be we'll be ready to end it very, very soon, as those are the things that I wanted to mention for today's live stream. And in the future, I think I will add those live streams into my regular schedule. Maybe, like I've mentioned before, I will try to make them once a month. I will try to showcase those live streams beforehand, so you know when they are, so you can come, say hi, ask your questions, and maybe just share your opinion about certain topics with me. So yeah, that's something that I want to keep doing. I started doing these live streams during the pandemic, and I definitely enjoyed making them. I know we don't have that many people watching or asking their questions, but it's really a great experience for me to be able to talk directly to you guys, see you in the chat, and I have my iPad right here reading your comments. So it's great to see all of your comments coming here in the chat and just reacting to them. But Luca is asking, "Ciao mate, news about Mavic 2 Pro." I don't have any news, to be honest. I would love to share something if I knew, but for now I don't have any news. But I hope it will come before the end of the year. I know DJI is probably taking their time because of coronavirus right now. I'm sure it has disrupted their plans. All of this craziness going around, but I think they will try to push it for around the end of the year, maybe announce it around that time frame, hopefully, because I really need a drone that is, as good as Mavic 2 Pro, but even better. And I think when that drone comes, I will just sell all of my DJI gear and just keep the Mavic 3 Pro. That's the plan. And that's that's my hope, because I don't want to have too much gear. I don't like to keep stacking all sorts of different products here on the shelf. I just want to have one drone that I know it's perfectly capable to do everything I want it to do. Oh, Aldrin is here from Flightpath. Nice to see you're doing good, Mike. Thank you, Aldrin. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm trying to relax and not get too crazy about posting videos 3 times a week or something like that. I am trying to to relax and work both at the same time and have a nice schedule, so I can not feel too pressed about making videos. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, you seem to always make it for my live streams. It's a great surprise to always see you on my live streams. So thank you so much for always being here. And those little words of support are always very encouraging for me. Timothy says, "Thanks for your input. You're welcome." Hi from Germany, Calginus. Hi to you. Yeah, man, keep your sanity. Yeah, I think when you're on YouTube, and then especially when you are on YouTube for a bit longer, you start feeling that pressure of always creating, always making something. And even though it's a great feeling sometimes, at some point it gets really exhausting, and you need to hit the reset button and just go away for a bit. Luckily for me, this process of going away takes no more than 3 or 4 days, and then I'm ready to get back into it. So I only need a couple of days to relax and not think about making videos, and then I'm ready to start making them once again. It is probably because I really enjoy making videos, and I start getting that itch to create again. But I still need those breaks every now and then. Ooh, 8:50 a.m. over here in San Diego. Okay, I was really thinking, what is a good time, as most of the people who are watching me are in the U.S., and it seems that it's a very difficult guesswork from me to know when to put out my videos, when to make my live streams more specifically, because I don't have knowledge about everyone, where everyone is watching from. Most of the people are from the US, but maybe that explains why we don't have too many people watching the live stream right now. It's because most of them are sleeping in on a nice Sunday morning, probably. That could be one of those reasons. I might have to start streaming at a much later time so we can get those US viewers as well. I know Ken from Original Dobo is streaming at 3 or 4 a.m. my local time. So that's probably, what is it, 10 p.m. in the US. I think that's a great time for US viewers, but definitely not a great timing for me. I might experiment sometimes. I might just wake up at 2 a.m. and just start streaming. Why not? Let's see. It might be a good idea. I might give it a try sometimes. We have a viewer from Cape Town, South Africa. Wow. The map of those viewers. Crazy. Thank you for tuning in. Wilhelm? Yeah, I think Wilhelm is the right way to pronounce, right? Let me know. But thank you. Yeah, 6 p.m. Germany. That's European time. Yeah, that's more like it for me. It's almost 7 here, but it's always a guess game to see when is the right time to stream, when is the right time to post, when is the right time to post on Instagram. Those things that I don't care about too much, but they are important. They are definitely important. If I can find the footage later on demand, whenever you can. Yeah, of course. For you especially, you will be able to find it every single time, of course. All right, guys. I really appreciate you just typing down these comments and talking to me. I know it's probably a busy Sunday for most of you. Personally, for me, I try to make those Sundays count. We have a little ritual. Me and my wife, we go to have breakfast somewhere nice, and we try to do it every week, just to relax, have a nice breakfast outside, and just treat ourselves. And we did that as well this morning. So I know Sunday is one of those days that everyone is chilling, everyone is relaxing, everyone is taking their time to just do things that they enjoy. So it's probably not the best idea to live stream on a Sunday, especially Sunday morning in the US. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on this live stream. I appreciate the support and your feedback as well. Have a nice Sunday. That's something that I want to wish all of you. Have a nice Sunday, everyone. And I appreciate you coming to the live stream today. I will make one probably around the end of August or maybe the beginning of September. I have some events that I want to cover. So yeah, expect a new live stream. But until then, don't forget those videos that I mentioned. If you're just tuning in, let me just repeat myself real quick. I'm making a new video series where I really need your input, your help, and it's about sharing and reacting to your videos and giving you pointers about the things that I think you're doing right and the things you're not too good at yet. So if you want some feedback from me, you can record or just edit a video that is up to 2 minutes long, not more than 2 minutes, please, and send it to the email that you can see in the upper left corner. You can upload a video to YouTube and just send me the link to that video, or you can send me the full footage that you have, the 4K footage if you want, via email. The only requirement is that I want it to be less than 2 minutes long, and I want you to use royalty-free music so I can use that on YouTube when I upload my full video reacting to your footage. If you don't know where to get royalty-free music, you can get some 30 free days of Epidemic Sound. I am going to post the link once again in the chat because why not? It is going to give you 30 days of free service of Epidemic Sound, which is arguably the best service for royalty-free music. So check out the chat. The link is right there. Epidemic Sound 30-day free trial. It's on me. and use this link to register. You don't have to pay anything, and you can download as many tracks as you want and use them in your project. Just use royalty-free music, please, so I can use your footage in my video. But that's pretty much it. There isn't a deadline yet. I don't plan to upload this reaction video very soon. I'm still just announcing that new project and this new video series. I hope it's a successful series because I want to help as many people possible get better at what they do and filming better footage with their drone. So that's the goal, and I think if we get enough good feedback and enough good videos, I will try to make this a regular series. So that's the plan, at least. So hopefully with your help we can make that happen. No other requirements. You can use any drone you want. You can use GoPros or action cameras or all sorts of videos in your clips. You don't have to only send me drone footage. If it tells a good story and it needs to be shot with other camera, of course it could be incorporated, so that's fine for me. I'm not going to be very strict on that. So make sure you just unleash your creativity, make something nice, send it to me, and I'll try to give you some pointers and give you some feedback in general on what can be improved. Or sometimes there is nothing that can be improved. Sometimes those videos are just perfect, so you could make something like that, who knows. Anyway, that's the idea. The email is in the upper left corner once again, so make sure you give it a go. Send me your stuff. I would love to see it, and that's my way of giving you some feedback, getting back to this community a little bit at least, because I just don't have the time to answer all of the DMs on Instagram, and I don't have the time to review all the footage. But if it's for this project on this email, I will find the time and I'll make this video for you. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for today's live stream. I think I've said everything that I wanted, and I hope you guys had a great time with me today. I certainly did. I definitely felt a bit rusty though. I have to be perfectly honest. It feels a bit intimidating to live stream after not doing it for a bit, but yeah, I will get back into it, that's for sure. It just takes a little bit of time. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, for asking your questions, just sticking with me. Thanks to Timothy once again for the donation. Really means a lot, Timothy. Thank you so much for that. And before I go, I need to reply to his question. Will you be watching Spin Up 2020? Yes, I will. I will, that's for sure, because I know many of the best creators out there here on YouTube will be attending Spin Up. I'm not too sure what's going on with Spin Up 2020. I haven't checked in a bit, so I don't know if it's going to happen, if it's going to be online only. What's the deal with that? But I will look into it, because last times it was fun and it was interesting. Oh, David is here as well. Wow, people are starting to pop up now that I'm ending the stream. But yeah, David from Kluji is here. Hey Mike, just jumping on now. Looks like I missed you. You didn't. I'm still here. Thank you so much for tuning in, even though it's a bit late. It's around the end of the stream. But yeah, I've mentioned some upcoming video ideas, some upcoming video reviews, and some content that people should be looking for. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys. And I want to thank you once again for being here, for tuning in. Timothy is saying it's online only. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, it will be online only. Nowadays, everything is going online only. But yeah, I will follow this event. That's for sure. I will follow what's going on and what topics they will cover this year, because it's interesting. I would prefer to have a little bit more, more flying. I know they last year they did some FPV flying during the event, But yeah, I hope more people will start getting into FPV as well, because I was one of those people that were a bit skeptical about FPV, and now look at me, I'm FPV's biggest fan. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys more FPV content on the channel as well. I am preparing some videos that will hopefully blow your mind. Hopefully, you never know, it could be a disaster, but if things go right, they will be a little bit of blowing your mind, hopefully. Yeah. Looking forward to see what you have ahead. Thank you so much. You've always been very supportive, and it's it's always a great talking to you. So thanks, David. And I am looking forward to share what I have. What about you, though? I think I haven't seen a video from you in a long time. I hope you're still flying. I really hope that, and I hope you get back to making those videos, because I know you have some audience that is looking out for those videos. So please don't forget to upload every now and then. But yeah, guys, I think with that I will end the stream. Just over 1 hour of live streaming today. But yeah, next month we'll do that again. And thank you so much for sticking with me for this period of time. I hope you guys have a great end of this weekend, and I hope you have some nice time with your families, your friends, and your loved ones. This has been a pleasure. I will see you soon. Stay tuned for my new video, which will be live probably in about 24 hours or 48, in case I don't make it for tomorrow, but I hope I will make it for tomorrow. And I will see you very soon. Stay safe and take care. Bye bye.